In today's video, one of my favourite vegan channels of all time, Simnett Nutrition. So I will leave Derek's channel details in the description below. So if you aren't already, then make sure you go over there and subscribe. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow this stuff.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, just a quick reminder that I'm now offering the SIBO organic acid stool test and consult via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests, as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video.
So because we knew we were going to be coming to the park first today and like filming and then going to work out afterwards, we knew that the day was going to take a little bit longer, so we wanted to make sure we fueled up before we came out. So what we both had this morning, what's been like a staple of ours for a while now, we both absolutely love it, is peanut butter and banana. But Crystal has hers on bread and I have mine on toast. So it's like really not that big of a difference, but yeah, I don't know, what's up? You don't like the crunch in the morning or what?
There's something about like bread just being like soft and delicious rather than being like crunchy and hard when you toast it. I don't know, I just like having it on bread in the morning. It's just so good.
Sorry Crystal, I'm with Derek here. You can't beat fresh smelling toast in the morning. And just to say very quickly, that peanut butter and banana combo is absolutely epic.
What do you have there?
Oh, this? This is nothing.
What? You just pulled that out of your little bag of tricks.
I know. So that's just a little pre-workout drink that I sometimes enjoy having. It's just Vivo Life's Sustain, so like Vivo Life's BCAAs, and then I just put like a scoop of citrulline malate in there as well.
That's good.
And yeah, I just like how it makes me feel. It always gives me like good energy for my workouts, and citrulline malate is like incredible for increasing blood flow, so I always get like a really big pump. And it helps me to think that I'm like bigger than I actually am.
So as many of you know, I'm not the biggest of fans of protein powders in general. I think that the vast majority of people can get more than sufficient protein from their diet. And I like the fact that Derek acknowledges this in his videos. So whether he is talking about juicing or using protein powders, he generally acknowledges to his audience that you don't need protein powders or juices to be healthy. For him, it's a supplement on top of his healthy diet or the icing on top of the cake. And I think this is a great mindset to have if you're going to use any form of supplement.
All right, so we just got back from our workout and I think we're going to have some oatmeal. So I'm gonna make it a little bit special. I'm gonna make apple cinnamon spice oatmeal.
Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds so good.
So yeah, this is something I quite often make. I'll show you guys how I do it because it's really nice and sweet and just like, yeah, so satisfying.
Yep, this time of year, those combinations sound absolutely epic. You can almost smell those flavors now listening to Derek talking about them.
So what I'm gonna do first is actually just blend up some dates in water, and then I'm going to cook the oatmeal in this water. It's just a really nice way of sweetening oats.
I've never thought about using dates in this way, so I'm certainly going to borrow that idea on a permanent basis, i.e. steal it.
And then I'm also gonna add some of this apple spice. So all that's in here is some cinnamon, cardamom, nutmeg, and ginger. It's a really nice, really warm mix of spices. It's like so dry, it won't mix.
This time of year, as I said just now, those spice combinations are just what the doctor ordered. A+, Derek.
What the heck? Okay, there we go. Man.
Smells so good though.
I know. And then I'm just gonna add the oats to this spicy water. A few more. So while the oats are just starting to cook there, we're actually gonna chop up some apple and put it in there as well. So do you wanna do this?
That's my job.
And then once the apples are all chopped up, you just fire them right in there and cook them with the oats.
Again, I don't know why I've never thought of throwing the apple in with the porridge to cook. Those textures would be absolutely epic. I usually just throw the raw apple on top if I have apple with porridge. Another idea that I'm going to permanently borrow, i.e. steal.
So ever since I was young, I've always enjoyed having milk with my oats. And I don't know if everyone's like that, but I definitely really enjoy it. And I've kind of come up with this like protein milk that I make to have with them, and it's so good. So let me show you guys how I make this.
Milk with the oats, no. Milk in the oats, yes.
So I know I've shown you guys this before, but it's really simple. Just some banana in a blender. Your favorite non-dairy milk. So for this one, I'm using unsweetened vanilla oat milk. This is by Earth's Own. And this is where the protein part comes in. I'm gonna be adding a scoop of Vivo Life Ritual. This is the vanilla flavor. It's gonna go so well with everything that we got going on here. And that's it. There you have it. Some super tasty vanilla, high protein plant milk.
So as you can tell, I haven't had any protein powder for around 15 years. I was put off by protein powders back in the day that tasted like absolute garbage. That right there looks far better than what I used to drink.
Much for you or no?
No, it's good.
Okay. Did you want some protein milk?
I do want some protein milk.
Gotta ask. Do you want to make gains? That should have been the question.
Yes, please. Ooh, okay.
All right, so we got our bowls already. It smells so good in here. I wish you guys could smell it. It's like, I guess it smells like apple pie, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, that looks ace. And on that bombshell, let's just have a quick total on how Derek's nutrition is tracking so far for his morning. So plus or minus a few calories, I think that Derek's breakfast was around 1,000 to 1,200 calories. In terms of fiber, he's already at around 32.5 grams, which is ace for all of those pre and probiotic elements. That is great for overall gut health. In terms of lipids and fats, not a great deal happening there at the moment, but no bother as we are very early on in the day. In terms of protein, as you would expect with those protein powders, a good start to the day, and the same can be said about vitamins and minerals. Beyond this, Chronometer is for some reason showing 8 milligram of iron is Derek's 100% RDA, when clearly this is not the case. Men should be aiming for between 16 and 18 milligram per day, but either way, it's a good start to the day for both Derek and Crystal.
All right, so we're back in the kitchen here. We're gonna make some lunch. So I think we've decided we're gonna have like a miso and veggie soup.
Yeah.
So it should be like really quick and easy to make. Let's just get going with it. Oh my gosh, these are like the tiniest garlic cloves I've ever seen. What the heck? Oh, this is so finicky. Okay, that's fine. Everyone always asks, why do you use garlic powder? Right there, that's the reason why.
Yep, I would absolutely agree with that, and plus there is nothing worse than the smell of garlicky fingers. I love garlic in foods, but the smell of it raw, not so much. So yes, I am a freak.
So I've just started by chopping up some fresh garlic and some fresh onion, and I'm just gonna put that right into the bottom of the pot that we're gonna cook all this soup with, and just give it a quick little saute. And then I'm just gonna add a splash of vegetable broth to just kind of get everything cooking.
Just a quick one on the onions here, as they are a great source of sulfur along with the garlic. So sulfur is one of the most abundant mineral elements in the human body, coming in at around 140 grams for the average person. So sulfur is required for the synthesis of glutathione, which is your body's master antioxidant. Sulfur in the form of disulfide bonds provides strength and resilience to hair, and sulfur is also required for taurine synthesis. So taurine is essential for proper functioning of the cardiovascular system, our muscles, and also the central nervous system. Overall, sulfur-rich foods such as garlic and onion are great for your health.
If you use your time wisely like this. So first I'm just gonna wash the veggies, then I'm gonna really quickly chop up some purple cabbage, some bok choy, and then I'm gonna shred some carrot to go on there too.
Good to see some different colours in the carrots, bok choy, and also red cabbage, which are offering some additional fibre, more sulphur from the diet, and also some additional important vitamins and minerals.
So now that these are sauteed and we've got the veggies prepared, I'm just gonna add a bunch of veggie broth to this. This is pretty much gonna be like the broth for the soup, but we are gonna be adding some miso as well to kind of like add a little bit more salt to it, because this is like pretty plain. It's the low sodium veggie broth, but it's a good base. And then I just added some water, just because like veggie broth's like $6 a carton, so I'm just feeling a little conscious of the finances, you know.
I need $1.
So while we're waiting for the soup to boil, we are going to try this new smoked tofu that we found at the local health food store, which is really awesome because we haven't been able to find smoked tofu for the last, I don't know, 9 months.
Long time, yeah, exactly.
There's been a smoked tofu shortage.
Yep, it's like gold dust over here too. You have more chance in platin fog than finding some of that, but it tastes absolutely epic.
So now that the broth is just starting to boil, we're gonna fire in the noodles. And we're actually using these like millet and brown rice ramen noodles. So we find these at Costco. They're actually like pretty affordable. Very similar to like, well, very similar to like a Mr. Noodles kind of thing, but obviously like a little bit healthier than Mr. Noodles. So we'll probably do one each, 2 of those.
Sure.
You can't beat noodles in soup, and if any of you say any different, then simply come and fight me.
Now here's the miso edition.
That looks so good. Yeah.
So now all that's left is just for us to like build our bowls. So I'm gonna start with some of this.
Looks epic. I would happily eat that type of dish on a daily basis. So coriander with the spring onions and the smoked tofu. Bon appetit.
But what I'm gonna put on mine, and Crystal definitely is not gonna put on hers, are these nori sheets. So I like to just cut up a couple.
You're getting all your nori
Nori.
dust over on my stuff. Can you not?
So if you couldn't tell, Crystal is not a fan of nori.
No,
just,
I don't.
Just try it. Just
no,
smell it.
No.
Just smell it. It's like the ocean. That's the.
Oh God, it smells so bad.
Untoasted bread for breakfast, and now a dislike of nori sheets. Where did you find it, Derek? I know you guys are not married, but that's certainly grounds for separation.
It's the worst. I can't handle seaweed. It's just, nah. But I'm happy that you like it. That's nice for you.
Yeah, you know, well, my thyroid's all healthy and I'm getting all types of iodine. You're over here. Just not.
I don't.
Whatever.
I got my own ways.
Always an A-star from me when I see people getting good sources of iodine in their diet. If you are vegan, then you should put as much emphasis on iodine as you do with B12. It's super important and plays a role in nearly every function in the body when the thyroid converts the iodine into thyroid hormones.
So as you guys know or have just seen, I am not a huge fan of seaweed, which kind of sucks because seaweed is a huge source of iodine in the diet. If you guys are not eating seaweed, you should. But because I don't like seaweed, I do supplement iodine, and I think that is totally okay. Like if there is something out there that is a high source of nutrients and you're not gonna eat it, make sure you take a supplement. It's just so important.
Bravo, this attitude is how you do the vegan diet correctly.
Another thing Derek likes to add is this kimchi that we buy. It's from the company Wild Brine. And I don't add it because it definitely wild brines my stomach. So.
Yeah, and it's pretty spicy as well.
It is not good for me, but Derek loves it.
Ding, 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 we have another winner. Fiber, iodine, fermented foods, boom.
So we just finished making dinner and we made these amazing bowls. So I guess these are kind of like Buddha bowls, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we put a whole bunch of things together here. So we'll first explain what we have and then we'll show you guys how we made everything. Crystal kind of spearheaded this one because, yeah, she was feeling like, I don't know, I was cooking too many of the meals. She didn't want you guys thinking she was lazy or I did all the cooking or anything like that. So yeah, what do we all have like going on here?
If you don't like that meal, then please unsubscribe from my channel.
Crystal.
So we have a chickpea lentil saute, and then we have some leftover quinoa that we heated up. And then we have some of these kale and quinoa bites that we just kind of fried up in the air fryer just, you know, for fun. We've never really had them before, so. And then Derek made a super delicious sauce.
So yeah, let's show you guys how we made all this and how we put it together.
Again, right up my street, let's see what they have in there.
So we started this meal off by chopping up half a white onion, and we're gonna just saute the onion in a little bit of veggie stock. So while the onion is sauteing, I'm going to cut up some fresh vegetables. So for this meal, we're gonna have some raw red cabbage on the side, and we're also going to have some kale that we're gonna saute closer to the end when everything is almost done.
Sounds great, lots of vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, pre and probiotic rich foods. healthy fat sources, and also equally important, it will also be great tasting.
I know.
I can't even open my goddamn eyes. Why is this onion so strong?
I don't know why the onion is so strong. Anyways, so while the onion is sauteing, we are going to get the chickpeas and lentils ready, and then I'm going to ask Derek to start heating up the quinoa.
Nice.
Because we have some leftover quinoa that we're going to have with this bowl. And it's just so easy to make a lot of quinoa and have it as leftovers, and so we're going to reuse that today.
If you are vegan, then like I said before, this is how you build up a nutritional profile throughout the day.
Thank you, Derek.
I helped.
He helped. And since the onions are nice and sauteed down, we are going to add the chickpeas and lentils. So I'm just gonna add some frozen peas. So I'm gonna add a little bit of Bragg's because Derek can't handle things without seasoning, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of Bragg's. I'm just kidding. It tastes good, it tastes good.
Yes, absolutely season everything. As they say, variety is the spice of life.
So while everything is sauteing, I've asked Derek to make a sauce because he is the sauce master, as you guys all know.
Yeah, it's probably like my favorite part of making dinner, actually. I just love putting together sauces. So I'm gonna make a tahini-based sauce. This is like a pretty simple one. It's gonna be like a sweet lemon tahini kind of thing. So I'll show you guys how I make it.
So again, sounds epic, nice and simple, and super tasty.
So you are gonna need a blender for this sauce because we're using dates to sweeten it. However, if you don't wanna use a blender, you could always just use maple syrup to sweeten this one. So 2 dates, just about a cup of water. Oh, we gotta get this label nice because look at this special tahini we're using. This is liquid gold. I don't know if you guys know, but this is Miles from Healthy Crazy Cool. This is his brainchild right here. So it's actually pretty awesome. He sent this to us, so we're gonna be using a whole bunch of this in here. It's probably pretty sacrilegious to add it to water, but don't worry, it's all gonna come together.
Just a quick one, Miles. 2 months ago, you said I was gonna be getting some of that. Donde esta?
So it's all ready, and I'm just gonna give it we're gonna give it a taste to see how it is.
Oh, wow, it's really creamy.
Yeah, it's like actually way thicker than I thought. I thought I messed it up with all that water.
Wow.
Good.
Wow, that's so good.
It is. So we'll just put this aside until everything else is done, but it's coming together quickly. So now we just have to add the kale to the stir
the kale
fry.
needs to go in. Yep.
Awesome.
So it looks like everything's done.
So it's just time to build our bowl. So yeah, we've got everything laid out, and we actually have this as well, which we didn't show you guys, but we actually cooked these in the air fryer, and this is something new for us. We just saw them in the store the other day, and we'd never tried them. We thought it'd be fun to try them here with you guys today. So I don't know, do you want to try them right now?
Yeah. They're kale and quinoa bites, which is hilarious because that's kind of like what we're having.
That is kind of funny.
For dinner, but they're supposed to be Bombay flavor, like a curry, so.
Again, looks really tasty and nutritious. So again, I'm gonna have to find me some of those.
All right, so it's all ready. Our bowls are beautifully put together. I got all the B-roll I need, the pictures for the thumbnail. Let's get into this. I'm so hungry. So what are you gonna try first? The stir fry, me too, with the sauce. Oh gosh, it's gonna be good.
One thing though I forgot was to add some flaxseed.
Nice.
I love adding ground flaxseed, especially to like savory meals. I wasn't able to add it to the soup we had earlier today because that would have been a mess. But ground flax is just amazing for health, has so many benefits, really great for hormone health as well. So I usually add like a good spoonful and I mix it together and I think it's really good.
And they just keep throwing in the nutrition bombs. And it's a good point here just to have a quick look at their day of eating from a nutrition perspective. So in terms of calories, I would estimate that Derek's day of eating was plus or minus around 3,000 calories. In terms of fibre, I think that Derek went a fair bit over 100 grams, which is great if you tolerate it. I also think that Derek had a good omega-3 to 6 ratio of around 3:1, and also a good blend of healthy fats throughout the day. In terms of protein, and not surprising, Derek hit and exceeded his protein requirements. As you will hear me say constantly, you really want to aim for 120% of your RDA requirements for protein, as some plant-based sources are slightly more challenging to hit due to the fibre content. So again, bravo to Derek. And finally, in terms of vitamins and minerals, very good across the board. There were a couple of nutrients showing slightly under, but I think this is more user error on my part as I was in a rush. As a day of eating, I would say absolutely great. Lots of nutrition, lots of fermented foods, lots of fiber, and also good sources of iodine. The only thing that I can pick up as a negative is Crystal's non-toasted bread for breakfast and her hatred of nori. So shame on you, Crystal. The last thing that I would say to all of you watching is that this is how you do the vegan diet the right way. So show me any ex-vegans who ate this way consistently and then failed on the diet. Anyhow, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.